Hey folks, Borry here. I thought I'd do a video. Man, this lighting's really weird. Once again, I've tried to set the mood with the lighting, but it's kind of all over the shop. I haven't had a shave in a bit. Whew. So today I found out that I've known I've needed a new motor in my van for a while, but it started running really rough yesterday, and today I found out it's it's old problems, but it's got like a blown, really bad with the language, like a head gasket. So it leaks water. I think some of it does get in the engine. It's running really rough. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is because I know I have been talking a lot about getting out since I've had my radiator fixed. And now it looks like the engine's, it's just tired, small little motor. So I started running it harder, being able to, not overheating and, going a bit more distance and whatnot. And it's just gotten worse since yesterday. Yeah. So I wanted to talk a bit about that. Before I talk about my needing a new motor, I wanted to say I noticed with one of my videos, which I actually thought was going to be one of my least liked videos or viewed videos, which I'm trying to remember the name. Just about encouragement in the low. It's gone like at this point around 210 views. First, I want to say the lighting looks really weird. It looks like make my face look really weird. But yeah, first I wanted to say thank you so much, guys, for the support, comments. Someone I'm guessing has viewed a video or videos, sent me like $70, and yeah, I feel a bit emotional because I won't go there yet. Hold back, but I want to say thank you. Just all the support. Just like I said, the video that I thought was I thought is full on, and I was less funny again, I'm doing this van stuff, and I guess I feel like it's going away from a lot of the content and going into me talking about spiritual stuff, which I always had the intention of having more, just having a balance. And you'll see it in my old videos where I talk about how, I want it to be about the heart stuff, the hardy stuff, the real stuff, but then all the bushcraft, survival, prepping and all that. And with the humor. So, I know this video might sound a bit, for me, it's always, I won't go into that yet. I wanted to just do this video because, again, I was talking a lot about, going out and doing videos and certain content. And for now, looks like, just for now, that won't be the case. I'm feeling emotional. I've already cried a bit. today. I might cry on this video, but you know, I don't know anything different than to be real. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And I've never said anything different. I've always said it's tough living how I live. It's tough running out of money. It's actually really tough being in a place where, of course it's good people helping. And I'm so grateful. So grateful. Far out. It blows. Man. It always will surprise me when people do good, when people are God's hands and feet, when people do good things, people bless me, and I struggle with that idea because I've always struggled. Always struggled with talking about how I try to live generously, and how I try to do good. How I feel lately I've been on the receiving end for most stuff, and again, how grateful I am for that. But of course I don't want to stay here. Of course I don't want to be in a place where it's like, oh, thanks guys, like just having scenarios where you're genuinely worried about. I mean, I got health stuff too, but which does tie into running out of money and not having food, with certain health things I have, which I probably will never really talk about it in detail on YouTube, because I find some things people assume, and even though stuff I say, and not even bad assumptions, just they assume you're saying something, and like, I want you guys to know I'm okay. I'm good. I'm really good. I don't want you to get the idea just because things are hard that I'm like, it's all over and or something. Nah, not at all. I really, really trust God. Yeah, I wanted you guys to know, all of you guys, like, I've literally had no negativity. The very slight, not anything to actually, to really call anything. But I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. And I'm shocked that video got so many views. And it makes me think as well. I've been thinking about it today, where there's a lot of people that are going through a lot, and maybe that sounds cliche or generic. I hate generic. I really can't stand generic. God spoke to me, it was probably like a month ago, about the whole generic thing, and it's actually, well, there's a lot there, but I won't go into that. But I don't believe God's about being generic. I absolutely believe that God is a God of the individual, a God of flavor, a God of everyone being unique. We're all called to be part of the body, which is His church, and it's a big thing for me, just people's flavor. Where I've often seen God and God's grace and hand over people's lives, where religion, I think the word even translates to being bound. It binds. It's all about being generic. It's all about rules. it's all about the rules. I mean, it's actually the same as communism. The more you think about it, the more you understand it. And I'm not interested in that, and I'm not trying to say I am. And even though when I say I'm a Christian, to some people, and I get that, they're like, "Oh, you're religious." They don't mean it in a nasty way. It's just like their understanding of religion and all that. And I'd tell you I'm spiritual. I'd tell you I hate religion. I actually hate it. And like everyone, like a lot of other people, or probably most of you guys, I've been fighting. That's one of the things I've fought against in my life, and always struggled. I talk a bit about myself here, but I guess that's what you do when you do a YouTube channel, in a sense. I guess not always, but I grew up in a religious church where it was like men on one side, women on the other. And I remember even as a kid, sitting there and being an ADD kid, just restless, and I remember sitting there going, "God, I believe in you," but I just knew this wasn't God. It wasn't. And I actually knew God from a very young age. I was experiencing spiritual stuff, and I actually had a relationship, but because of religion and external voices, I had this picture painted that God was this, like, my dad was a very good father. He was actually a really good father, so I don't want you to get the wrong idea. But my dad, he wasn't good at expressing, just saying, "Oh, son, I'm proud of you. I love you." And I think my dad really struggled with a lot of that. And he had a big heart. People loved him. And I loved him. And we loved him. Us kids in the family. And I guess I found myself striving to be a good son. A son that I thought my dad would be proud of, even though he was proud of me. My dad's not around anymore, and yeah, he was actually a really good dad. Like, he really was. But I don't believe any earthly father's perfect. I just don't believe that. It's not saying that my dad wasn't a good father and stuff. No, I think lies and bad things and the agenda of the enemy on our lives from the get-go. We are all miracles. We're absolutely all miracles. We're absolutely, if you look at what we go through, what happens, what's against us, when you see that stuff, and I talked about spiritual warfare, when from a young age, we're pounded, we're birthed in battle, some more than others. That's something I'm realizing too. Some people, man, they're not made to get their hands bloody. I could say a lot about that. Just things like experience, but I guess that's a different topic. But so I had this view growing up where it was like, God was this God where, I guess it was like I saw God like this grumpy Russian dude. It wasn't true. It wasn't. Oh, I could tell you, it so wasn't true. But I had that perception painted from external things, from, even though internally, yes, there was those negative voices. We all hear voices. We all hear voices, multiple voices, coming from all sorts of places, and we're all being watched and weighed and measured constantly. And the human species is actually the biggest watchers out of with all the spiritual stuff and all that. We as humans, the way we operate, the way our minds work, the way we're wired, we're the biggest watchers, believe it or not. But that's probably another topic again. But I'm just trying to realize what I was going into just then. Yeah. So I was talking about religion. Yeah. So I ended up, I'm talking a bit about my testimony, my experience of how God is such a part of my life now. And, how do I connect this up? I'm trying to find the bridge. It's hard because I'm just talking to a camera. It's a weird, it is a different experience, isn't it, YouTube? Because it's like, I've never had this experience, really, where it's like you're talking to yourself, but at the same time you're not. You're actually talking to yourself to then be talking to other people. Oh, so I think I know where I was going. So coming back to, I'm realizing a lot of people, I think that video was so popular because a lot of people realize they're in a battle. It's hard. And I'm an encourager, and I want to encourage you guys, like, as yeah, just with my van, it's not, please hear me out. It's not, oh, God's abandoned me all of a suddenly or this and that. It's just, it's testing. It's, I'm tired. I'm like, oh, what now? And I think it's called limbo. Life's like limbo, what is it when you go under... I'm asking users if you're going to reply, but it'll be too late by then. But, when you go under I think it's limbo, far out, and you go under the bar, and it's like, you think you succeed, and you went under the low bar, and then it goes lower. And you're like, how low can I go? And as much as I'm absolutely trust God, and absolutely know His provision, and can tell you, He's never let me down. He's always with me, even when I wasn't with Him. How cool is that? And I do want to tell you guys that it says in the Bible that the Father draws us to His Son. If you know Jesus, if you're drawn to Jesus, God's a part of that. So you're not all just mistakes, stumbling through just mistakes and stuff. Nah, it's all there's a lot playing out. You have a destiny, you have a calling, and I feel like this situation with the van, and just feeling like it's my home. I live in this van, and just this battles with mechanical stuff, and yeah, I feel it is crushing. I rang a close mate that's really blessed me so much. And him and his wife, they're just like, they've blessed me in ways, like, I don't want to go into detail with that. I don't like to name drop and stuff. And as soon as I looked at the van, and I realised what was happening mechanically, that it wasn't just something, this cable's undone. I rang him, and I just said, I'm just ringing you because I wanted to talk to someone, and I just started crying. And it's weird, the whole crying thing, because I've been through life where it was like, don't cry, don't let anyone see you be weak and stuff, but I found that to be rubbish. I want my heart to be soft. I want to always... There's just things that melt me. Like, maybe I'm going off topic, but I've even been watching, and the algorithm feeds it, just about stuff where Justin Bieber went through stuff. And, oh man. Just what people did to a child. Like, he wasn't even an adult, and just the grooming and sexualization. I do remember, actually. I remember years ago, probably shivers, probably like 7 years ago, and I got something in my eye in boilermaking my trade. It's easy to get little bits of metal in your eyeball, like tiny bits, like little, they drop in, or whatever. And I had something irritating my eye, and as they do, they're like, "Oh yeah, go to the clinic." And I went, and I was waiting in like I think it was like the emergency waiting kind of thing, because there's like something in my eye, and you got to be pretty serious about it. And I'll never forget this. There was a Justin Bieber song on the TV, and it was just so sensual, man. Like, it was twisted, and which is no surprise of all the stuff the dude's been through and whatnot. And I'm not trying to point the blame, or I am pointing the blame at certain people, I guess. But I remember watching this, just seeing it up on the screen, because just thinking, whoa, man, that's just on the TV. Like, it's normal, and it's so sexualized and sexually charged. It was like a chick in her bra and stuff, and it was like, I feel weird even saying it on YouTube, because of who might watch it, like, in that sense. And I remember seeing, I'll never forget this, I knew the look. I remember seeing a little girl looking up at the TV, trying to process what she's watching. A little kid, just in the emergency, just looking up, like, just trying to process it. It shocked me. It just the sexualization, and it's like, where'd you go into that topic? Like, but so I guess I've been talking about Raw. I didn't know I'll get this raw so quick. And I'm giving you that. I'm giving you the rawness, and I'm saying, hey guys, like, I know I always say it, like, I'm not gonna paint. I'm not gonna paint this rosy picture. I'm gonna say it how it is, and I shouldn't be surprised that I've been tested on that, and who knows how much I'll get tested on that. So on one hand, I want to say I'm thankful, but I also want to say where, a lot of things will be on hold, because I do need to put another engine into this bus. I am tired, guys. I am very, I'm trusting God. I'm not wavering there or anything. I'd be crazy. I'd be nuts not to trust God now. Like I always say, like, every fortnight I run out of money, and like far out. A lady just sent me $70, man. And even though obviously that kind of help and generosity is helping me day to day, I'm gonna need $3,000. $3,000 I worked out. So I think I looked it up with my mate. I think a reconditioned motor, 4-way, slightly bigger than the one I got, which is smart to do. It's this tiny motor in this car. It's like 2 litre. It's this thing's only a little bit bigger than some combis, this van. So I think the motor was like 1,600, and then replacing the clutch while you at it, and just labour and all that. $3,000's a comfortable, realistic amount that it would cost without me being, will I have enough? Well, mechanic's pretty good, like, and I try to, because I know how a lot of things work, and having faith that God's going to do, and what's going to happen needs to happen. But I rang the mechanic, and I just said, hey, could you do this job? Could you put a motor in? He goes, yeah, it'll be hard because being a van and all that. He goes, yeah, but you know, I could do it. And I said, what about this motor? And so I kind of just, I'm trying to do my part. And I thought, I just felt it on my heart because of the response to that video as well. You know, maybe you guys do like seeing someone that's raw and real. I feel like you do. I feel like that's the response I'm getting. And I just wanted to put it out there and, yeah, it's, I'm not only grateful, guys, but, I'm feeling very vulnerable and, I'm feeling scared. I guess I'm feeling scared. Scared because it's like, it's just hard sometimes, you know. It's hard. I'm tired. I'm tired of just you know, the van having issues, and you know, I am pretty simplistic, guys. Hear me out. I can sound maybe really complicated when it comes to spiritual stuff, but that stuff's not complicated to me. A lot of that stuff is natural for me, which I should talk about it more. I should connect with the world around me, even through this medium with YouTube, because a lot of things are natural to me that might not be natural to you, you know, and but it will speak to you and it will be refreshing and encouraging, and I believe that's what's happening. And you know, maybe it could change the course of these videos. It could, you know, change the course to maybe more talking about this stuff. And I feel like part of who I am is being able to talk about this stuff in an everyday language and relate to people. Like, I actually, guys, hear me out. I have a lot of respect for you guys. I actually have a lot of respect for people that don't have a relationship with Jesus. Maybe you're open. Maybe you're just like, yeah, I'm open to it. I haven't met the guy. I've actually, a best mate of mine, he's not a Christian that but at this point, as far as what I know, but he's so open spiritually and stuff, and I mean, there's a lot could say that, but that's his journey and all that, and that's his story. But I often find myself, and I know why, what I carry, like I was saying in the other video, what I carry, I do carry a lot of realness, and with that, I have a lot of spirit of trust with people. Certain people, they'll always be trying to work me out, and they'll always keep me at arm's length, because I will shine the light on a situation. I won't even mean to. Even before I open my mouth, I'll be shining light, and certain people make them uncomfortable, especially when someone's religious. And a lot of most religious people don't know they're religious, that they're bound by law. They're living a life under law. And I'll say it, guys. I do not believe I am saved in any capacity on my own accord or my own goodness. Someone recently said to me, and they didn't mean it in a bad way, and, you know, it was encouraging, but it was, someone said to me, oh, you're really good. Oh, you know, or something like that, or other guys aren't like you. But everything good I have is from God. It's all stuff He's done. I had the realization of that very recently. I talked about that in a video where none of me that is good came from me. It was the work of God. And again, with like the other video, that brokenness, I am so broken. I'll always be a broken man. My heart will always be getting softer. I'll always becoming more of a child. And you know, you will see my exterior, and I'll get boisterous, and even in the gym today, there's like, my gym's like starting to be full of Christians, and it's, you know, I wish I could, I wish I could take credit for that, but it wasn't my work, man. I think it was a suspicion of one of my mates that a lot of it. No, it didn't. It was actually God coming from angles that only God can come from. But there's a bunch of Christians in my gym, and I stir them. I love stirring up my Christian brothers. I'll just, like, I walk in, I'm like, oh, you Christians are, you're scaring off all the gym goers, and you know, and it was funny. I was joking around. I feel like I look like a silverback gorilla when I'm doing the tricep pull downs in the gym, because I flick my bum out, and you can't really see it here, but it comes out. I do. I look a bit like a gingerback gorilla. There we go. I'm a gingerback gorilla, and I'm joking around because one of the Christian mates is a trainer, and the other guy's like, it's so sweet, but he's helping out one of the guys. You know, just helping him out. Wasn't even doing it for money, you know. And the guy's got his glasses on, and he's writing down like what my trainer mates, you know, tell him about, you know, with his training, which is good. And I'm like, this one's called the silverback gorilla, and they're just like, oh man, like, you know, it's pretty funny. But I'm a big kid. I muck around, and we all have. First, I'll always point you to Jesus. I'm never gonna go, oh man, I got the answers. Nah, man. Like, that's, you know, whatever truth that I have, whatever good is coming from God, and I'll point you to Him. Don't cling to me. No one cling to me. You know, I'm never ever gonna encourage anyone to cling to me. And I don't cling to anyone. And I love people so freely. It's beautiful. It's liberating. I talked about in another video how, you know, I used to be like possessive with relationships. I never would have admitted it, but I was. But yeah, what was I going to? So, I just wanted to share my heart with what I'm going through, and I do feel maybe some pressure. Maybe I'm letting yous down, because I was like, hey, I'm going to be doing these videos, and I want to do these videos. Got my radiator fixed, and now I'm just like, oh, by the way, the motor's buggered. But I don't know. I don't know all the answers. Definitely don't. But I know God's good, and He works all things for the good of those He loves, and there's a plan in all this. Sometimes I see bits of stuff, but I don't want to jump on that or speak it out before I really understand it. So try not to drag this video out too much. I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. Engine's buggered. Or just doing a picture of an explosion. Nah, it's not that bad. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm still driving. I just have to take it easy on this old girl. Who knows what's going to happen? Again, guys, thank you for all the support. Yeah, I know you're all individuals too. So, I want to, even though I talk to you as a collective, I love all the colours. I love all the colours. I love some of you guys that are watching my videos. Like, you guys, you know, I really do. I wish I could give you all a big hug, and you know, sometimes I wish I could just give you a big hug and tell you if it's all going to be all right, you know, and just like you do to me. And I do, and I'm not trying to sound cocky with it, but I know one day I'm going to be on the other end of this. I'm going to be the guy you know, that's doing what so many of you have done to me. So here, man, here's some money. Don't worry about it. Just thank God. God's looking after you. Far out. And yeah, so thank you so much. That's where things are at. I still want to do videos. Still able to do videos. Got a new tripod today. Better than the one I had. It's got long legs. Big, long legs. Big, shiny, long legs. And it's just a bit better, but you can see where the camera's a bit higher, which is kind of cool. Or the phone. I'm still using the phone. But yeah, guys, obviously you're going to hear more where things end up, but stay tuned. How interesting. You'll see what happens with me. And I know I'm in God's hands, and you know, it's going to be, it's that I can tell you, it's going to be interesting where things end up. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys.